Aaron, what is our fourth main topic today?
Wow, today is just the award season show. From Amin, who says, John, I've heard you say several times that you consider the Critics' Choice Awards to be the second most legitimate award ceremony next to the Oscars. I wanted to hear your take on the fact that 3 of your favorite shows, Andor, Yellowstone, and House of the Dragon, all got nominated for Best Series. Diego Luna also got nominated for Best Actor. I love this news.
All right, Amin, thanks a lot for saying that in. And listen, that we talked a little bit earlier on the show about a totally useless award show. Now we're talking about a much less useless award show. That, by the way, I would say second most credible awards other than the Oscars in terms of movies. I think you also got to put the Emmys above this in terms of television. But I consider the Critics' Choice to be a more legitimate awards thing than Golden Globes and than a lot of the other ones. Now, they have fallen for me in recent years because they've done a lot of stupid shit. The last number of years with certain categories they've added just for the sake of getting stars at their show and whatever. But still, these are awards being voted on by people who saw all the movies and who actually saw all the TV shows. And yeah, this is exciting to me because they have just released their nominees for their major categories, including on the television side, their best show of 2022. Here are your list of nominees. Abbott Elementary, which my wife is psychotically in love with. I got to start watching that. Better Call Saul, which I know a lot of you guys love. Grey's Anatomy. House of the Dragon in its first season gets nominated for Best Show. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Saturday Night Live got nominated for Best Series overall. You know what? Screw that. I'm looking at the wrong list. I'm looking at the totally wrong list. Let's go back over here again. Try this again. I opened up the list for the People's Choice Award one. All right. The nominees are Andor, Bad Sisters, which I have not watched.
So good.
Better Call Saul, The Crown, Euphoria, which is a constant in all the best awards talks, The Good Fight, which is another one I haven't seen at all, House of the Dragon, Severance. Good to see Severance on there. And, of course, what I think is the best show on television right now, Yellowstone. This is a great list.
Yeah.
I love that you're right. Those 3 shows, Andor, Yellowstone, House of the Dragon, being on there. And on top of all of that, Diego Luna gets the nomination for Best Lead Actor in a series. Matt Smith gets nominated for House of the Dragon for Best Supporting Actor in a series. I mean, some big things across the board. I remember when the Emmys came out and we saw that Mandalorian got a big nomination. That was exciting for everybody. I am so happy to see Andor, which did not get the attention that Obi-Wan got. It's 10 times the show that Obi-Wan is, 10 times better than Obi-Wan. And I know there are people out there who like Obi-Wan more than I do because I didn't like it very much. But Andor is such an example of how good Star Wars can be. And I think it's opened up a whole new world of storytelling about what types of stories and how you tell stories in the Star Wars universe. Again, I think a lot of people went into House of the Dragon not knowing what they were going to get. Because there were a lot of people who didn't like the last season or 2 of Game of Thrones. They thought the whole franchise was done, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people said, I'll never watch this new thing. And listen, it's clearly a better first season than Game of Thrones' first season was. Of course, it got to build on all the foundation that Game of Thrones built. And of course, then just Yellowstone. Yellowstone continues for me to be the best show on television. So I think it is so encouraging to see not just genre stuff on here, but high-level genre stuff like Andor and House of the Dragon. Hey guys, we want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of this video, Athletic Greens. Now, I started taking Athletic Greens because I don't eat enough vegetables, and I was looking for a way to make up for that deficit in my diet of those vitamins and minerals that I really need in my system, and thank goodness I found Athletic Greens, and I literally take it every morning. You see, with 1 scoop of Athletic Greens, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole foods, source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help you start your day right. This special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, all the things. And my wife got onto it, and now she absolutely loves it. You know, tons of people take some kind of multivitamin, and it's important to choose one with high-quality ingredients that your body will actually absorb, like Athletic Greens. So right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with a convenient daily nutrition, especially heading into the flu and cold season. It's just 1 scoop and a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/Campea. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/Campea to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. Anyway, Rob, you see this nominee list. What stands out to you?
Well, I think that nominee list is pretty much perfection in terms of the TV shows that have come out this year. I can't imagine it didn't leave anything off. Like you said, it's a great mix. There is no prejudice against genre. You know, for a long time, science fiction, fantasy, and horror were poo-pooed, but not anymore. I mean, now when you have shows like Severance and House of the Dragon and Andor, those days are over. But at the same time, I mean, they even brought in, The Good Fight was one of Paramount Plus's lead shows when they started their streaming service, and it's Christine Baranski, right? Who on the Good Fight?
Yes.
I mean, I've watched a couple of episodes of that show, but not religiously. I've just caught them. She's phenomenal on that show. That show's a lot of fun. And I didn't watch The Good Wife. It's a sequel series. And the fact that it's getting these kinds of accolades, it's great. So this list, you talk about legitimacy, dude. This is a legit list. It doesn't get more legit, I think. This is people that really know what is good out there. And they're willing to shine a light on that. And I think it's great.
Now, I fell off of Better Call Saul after like season 3, not because I tapped out on it. After I watched season 3, I just never got around to watching the rest of it. But I know a lot of people, who watch our show wrote in and saying, John, like the last couple of seasons of Better Call Saul, some people say they think it's better than Breaking Bad. I mean, so that's up here too. Chris, you're looking at this list. I mean, obviously for me, I'm looking at things like Andor, Yellowstone, House of the Dragon, stuff. What are the ones that are really standing out to you here?
I'm so happy Bad Sisters made it on there. That show is phenomenal. It's so great. And to echo what you all were saying too, it's really lovely to see genre not determining merit. Because that's what's happened in the past, is a genre is determined whether or not people view it as something worthwhile or quality. And you can have a Star Wars show that is incredibly compelling. You can have a fantasy show that is incredibly compelling. All of these, it comes down to good storytelling and great acting, right? So it's really cool to see such a diverse mix here of different types of storytelling happening. Man, I'm just happy to see like a littler show, a little Irish show like Bad Sisters in the mix with these kind of big blockbusters.
With one of the great, I've watched all that show.
Yeah.
With one of the great villains.
Oh,
that we've
he's
seen
such
on
a
TV
son of a
lately.
bitch. From the first episode, you're like, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And by the
mean,
way, Severance
Severance
getting
is
some
so
love,
good.
which is great to see. Like that was a show I nearly tapped out on after the first episode. I'm like, this is interesting, but the pace of it, I think it was the pace of it I found kind of draggy. And then I said, oh, no, let's watch the second episode. Same thing that happened with Ted Lasso. Didn't really love the first episode, but once I saw the second episode, yeah, it just felt too much. The first episode of Ted Lasso to me felt a little too much just like a Saturday Night Live sketch.
He didn't hook you with, let's see each other in our dreams, but let's pretend we don't know each other at first so we can mess around.
Yeah, no.
Kind of like
I
White
fell in love
Lotus. It also
immediately.
has a slow burn. Like I forced Tom to watch like the first couple episodes of White Lotus, and he goes, "I don't understand why everyone loves this show." And I go, "Just wait, and you will."
Well,
So
Severance was one of the ones that got me, and it gets the big nomination as well. Aaron, this is an incredible look. You got some mainstays on here like The Crown. Euphoria is a young show, but it's become a mainstay on all these kind of big awards things. Better Call Saul. And which one on this list is standing out to you the most?
you know what? I gotta say, I am really surprised and giving kudos to the genre stuff and specifically actors. Anthony Starr for The Boys.
Oh yeah, Anthony Starr
Getting
got
a
nominated for
nomination.
Best-
'Cause,
Yeah,
I mean, since season 1, I've been like, okay, this guy is all in. He is fully committed, but he has such a level to be saying some of the dialogue that is so just outrageous, but is really beautifully written, but definitely has a level. I mean, it takes an incredibly talented actor to be able to take dialogue that is already heightened and play it with such, play it so grounded and so rooted in truth and pain and history. You really kind of feel for this awful character. So I love the fact that Anthony Starr got a nomination. I have to say, not giving shade on Millie Alcock, but I'm a little surprised that she got a nomination and Emma Darcy did not for House of the Dragon. And you know what? I'm imagining that the only reason is because Emma Darcy was probably in the lead actress category, and they put Millie Alcock in the supporting actress category so that they wouldn't be competing against each other. And congratulations to Millie Alcock. She was fantastic as Rhaenyra Targaryen. But I was a little disappointed not to see Emma Darcy on that list as well.
But you could have put her in Best Lead because she was only in half the episodes. So could you have even qualified her for Best Lead?
Well, I don't know how what the rules are on that,
either.
But I would be really surprised if they were both up for Best Supporting and that Millie Alcock got it and not her, because I really thought that Emma Darcy's role just required so much more from her. But yeah, this is a really impressive list, and I love that Reservation Dogs is also getting so much love.
Yeah.
Because that's a show that it's not on the radar of a lot of people, and that's why the Oscars and the Critics' Choice Awards, these types of programs and these award shows are so influential, is because they can raise the awareness of a show or a movie that may not be getting as many eyeballs, but really deserves a second look.
All right, guys, question is for you. This is a great list of nominees from different types of genres, different types of storytelling all across. By the way, want to point this out too. This is becoming a normal thing now, but just pointing it out. Andor Disney Plus, Bad Sisters Apple TV Plus, Better Call Saul AMC, The Crown Netflix, Euphoria HBO, The Good Fight Paramount Plus, The House of the Dragon HBO, Severance Apple TV Plus, Yellowstone on Paramount Network. No traditional network shows. None of the traditional, and that's becoming kind of a normal thing. Anyway, guys, which of these shows stands out to you? What are you rooting for to win? As you thrilled as I am to see Andor up there? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.